Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've wanted to do. I tried doing it a while ago. I did a review of Florence by Mills because I really like that brand, but I haven't done many like makeup or skincare type videos since then. A lot of my content has just been a little questionable. Or So today I wanted to, just do another video like this because I do really like making these videos and I hope you guys like them too. You saw the thumbnail, you probably read the title. Today we're going to be reviewing the Full Beat by ColourPop. This is their blending sponge kit. Kind of old, but just got it because when they first released it I wanted to get the whole kit because I wanted to try out every sponge, but that sold out and I didn't want to buy them all separately because it was a bit more expensive to buy them all separately, so I just waited until they restocked the full kit. So I finally have it and I really want to talk about it. Also, I've never tried any of these yet. They've been sitting in the box for like a week. If you're new here, my name is Ella. I make videos basically every Wednesday at this point, so if you want, you can subscribe. And without any more of my rambling and gay hand movements, let's get into the video. I'm going to show you a close-up here, kind of. Yeah, there we go. So we have a velvet detail, hourglass complexion, and the silicone. The one I'm definitely most interested in is the velvet because that just seems odd for a blending sponge, and I've never used anything like it. So here's the velvet one. You can kind of see the texture. It feels like a blanket that we used to have. The silicone one, it just feels a little more like, it feels basically like a blending sponge, just maybe a little more solid. And then inside I think is where the main silicone is. And what silicone sponges like this are supposed to do is they're supposed to absorb less makeup so that you don't waste as much product. And then we have the 3 just regular beauty sponges, which feel a little different than my normal one. So I'm gonna compare these to the one that I usually use. But this is the detail, the hourglass, and the complexion one. The detail is basically just a normal one, just a little more sharp. The hourglass one is obviously just like this little hourglass shape. I've used ones like this before. And the complexion one looks very similar to just a normal beauty blender, but just with this little edge right here. So yeah, just for reference, the one that I usually use is the e.l.f. beauty sponge because it's like $3 I think, and it works really well. And I usually use it like moist, wet, whatever. So I'm gonna wet this one and then we're gonna do a side-to-side comparison between the e.l.f. and the detailing. And then I'll probably as well do the hourglass one because I use ones like these for under my eyes. So yeah, let's do that. So one thing I really like about the e.l.f. one, I've had other ones that don't necessarily do this, but when you get it wet it kind of grows and it's a lot softer, and it doesn't really like, if you like wring it out, it's not going to hold in too much water, so it's just really soft and I really like it like that. So I'm not going to use these ones without water because that's just what I always do. So I mean, it wouldn't be a fair comparison if I just use one moist and one dry. After wetting the ColourPop detail one, it did basically do the same thing, so that's something I really like I said earlier. And this one actually feels a lot softer, where as you can see, like this one has a bunch of like little holes in it. This one is just full on like all put together, which is really nice actually. For the foundation that we're going to be testing these out with, I'm going to be using the Morphe Fluidity foundation in shade F160, which is really light, but so am I. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it on this side. Then I'm going to take the e.l.f. sponge and just blend it out. I'm not going to show you that process because this isn't an e.l.f. review. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera. You kind of can. This side, I don't know how cameras work. This side is a little more just all the same color. While this side is really like kind of unproblematic. This side has more acne than the other side. But yeah, you can kind of see a difference. Kinda. I don't know if you're even gonna be able to really see this. I might have to take pictures and insert them, but that's a future problem. I'm gonna try and go in with generally the same amount. Oh, wow, wait. This is the ColourPop side, and this is the e.l.f. side. You can see like this side looks more put together, while this side is still a little messed up. So detailing brush, 10 out of 10. So I'm gonna wipe off the ColourPop side, and we're gonna go in with the next sister sponge. I always get a little more red when I use makeup wipes, so you can kind of see it there, how this side is a little more red, especially around my nose area. You can see the difference for sure. So the next one I'm going to take is the Hourglass one, and I think I'm going to do the Hourglass and the complexion at the same time. The Hourglass I'm going to use for more fine details, and then the complexion one I'm going to do like the rest of the actual face. These two feel a little more like dense than the detailing one, which I actually kind of like, because if I'm gonna get really in there, I don't want it really falling apart. And I don't know if I'm gonna like the Hourglass one, because it does feel like a bit thicker, which I don't normally like on my like foundation, because just feeling it a lot softer and like squishier just makes it, I think, blend out more. But you know, we'll see. So again, I'm just gonna use the Morphe Fluidity one, because I don't want to waste any other one, and this is right here. Okay, now I'm gonna take the Hourglass one to do under my eye. It didn't blend out as well automatically. You could very easily tell like where there was foundation and where there wasn't. Unlike the detailing one, which really just blended it in all together. I'm gonna try. You can kind of see it where like there's a good like little right there, whereas this side there's some discoloration right there. Yeah. Ooh, there's like a little line moment right there. Not hot. And as far as the Hourglass one goes, it was basically about the same, because like I said, these two both felt about the same. This one's just obviously for a different type of like usage on the face, whereas this one is just supposed to be more, or definitely not 10s out of 10s. That I'd give those like a 6 maybe. See, okay, I read the back. The detailing one says it fits into every contour of the face, which I actually genuinely think it did, because with the complexion one, it kind of like sat on different like little creases, like right here, like my smile lines, kind of right there under my nose, because there's like a little crease right there. So yeah, I think the detailing one just overall kind of fills in everything a lot better than the complexion one. My skin is not going to love me, but it already doesn't. So you can see on this side and this side the difference. Now we're gonna do the silicone one. Like I said, hold on, let me read the back. A reusable blending sponge with a unique silicone core that minimizes product absorption and is perfect to use and fill with full coverage foundation. If I could read, that'd be great. The silicone one did not grow as much, but I didn't expect it to, really, because of the silicone interior. We're gonna see what happens here. Maybe we can get a little more, so I'm actually gonna use a little less foundation to see if we can get more out of it. Okay, so using a little less didn't get me. Actually, it's pretty nice, but I'm just gonna put a little more on, just like a little dot. If you can kind of see that little dot. Still less than the initial ones, but just a little more, because my smile lines and my nose and my lip are usually more red than the rest of me. They look pretty similar actually with less product. Let me see if I can get a bit closer without my phone flash like fucking it up. So they look pretty similar actually. I think I actually maybe prefer still the e.l.f. one a little better than this one, but like I said, I didn't use as much product, so maybe that's the catch. But also I feel like a silicone sponge should be using less product. Like, isn't that like the whole gist of it? Now it's time to try the velvet guy. That unintentionally rhymed. Okay, it says a reusable makeup sponge with a unique flaked velvet texture that creates a flawless airbrushed look. I almost feel bad for putting foundation on this because it feels like a blanket, like something that makeup shouldn't go on. But we're gonna do it because we bought it. Should I even like wet it? I don't know. I'm gonna wet it because I did it with all the other ones. I feel bad for winning this. Like, I feel like I just spilled water on a blanket. Play a drinking game. How many times do I say I feel bad for using this sponge because of the texture? Wait, hold on. This one did what the silicone one I thought was gonna do. It like perfectly evenly distributed. It looks like it really like soaked in, but I think it's more of like a stain moment. I'm gay. But it like, I think I used too much really, because like it doesn't necessarily look cakey, but it looks very full. I mean, look at that. That actually looks like so good. In person, this side looks more white and like more covered. On camera, this looks like perfect. I'm a little sister shook because I've seen some reviews of these and a lot of them were like, I don't really like the velvet one, but like, if I just used less foundation, I would absolutely love this one. Which, I'm a little shook. Not gonna lie. We're a little shook. I want to do one more test. Okay, so I've wiped off all the foundation on both sides. And what I'm gonna do is, what I normally use on an everyday basis is a skin tint. So I'm gonna try it out with the skin tint this time. Not all of them. I'm gonna use the velvet one because that's my favorite versus the elf one. And what I've been using is the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint in shade Hint of Marshmallow. There we go. Honestly, this side with the velvet sponge, it just looks more like soft and like, what did it say on the back? Airbrushed. It looks good. Like, this is probably gonna be my new go-to, honestly. If you're like on the fence about buying a velvet sponge, I think you should. But I'm not a professional guru, so what do I know? My skin is irritated, my skin hates me, but we finally have come to the end of this video. So my full thoughts on the full beat, it was like 30, 35, something like that dollars, and personally I don't think the whole collection is worth it. If you want to get ColourPop sponges, definitely get the velvet, and if you just need a new beauty sponge and you want to spend, not necessarily spend more money, but get a little higher quality one, get the detail one for sure. But if you're cheap like me and you just want to get like a cheap one, then get the elf one because that's like a good go-to. But personally, if you want a sister splurge just a little bit, it's only like $7. But if you want a sister splurge just a little bit, I definitely recommend getting the velvet sponge. But like I said, that's just me, so take my opinion with a grain of salt, like the smallest grain of salt you've ever seen in your life. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and do all of the things. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye.